Hey everybody, and welcome into a new episode of Inside Pitch here at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I'm Ben Frederickson alongside my colleague Jeff Gordon here to break down this week in Cardinals baseball. Gordo, we're not going to spend too much time getting into the Cardinals' thinning chances of grabbing the second wild card spot, but there is some big news. Yadier Molina, he's going to come back for 2022, $10 million deal. This was a no-brainer for the Cardinals. It was a no-brainer for Molina. The Cardinals have had a lot of bad contracts over the years, but this is a good one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he still plays at a high level. We get a lot of complaints in our live chat, but this guy still gets his share of clutch hits. Probably hits higher in the order than he needs to, but that's because his teammates aren't very good in some cases. So,
well, they're especially not very good with runners on base and runners in scoring position, and that's one thing Yadier has continued to be great at.
He has figured out there's still situational hitting. It's a concept that he has not forgotten, although much of baseball already has. And there's so much he can provide. I mean, obviously he's a great leader, and you still have a number of young pitchers you hope will be with the group next year after all their injuries, that he could still help get to the next level. And you segues to the other point you wanted to make today, Ben-Fred. Now that Yadi's on board, he's going to be bugging his buddy Waino to come on board, and he too can not only help this team, he's their best pitcher, but Adam Wainwright can help with all these young guys just still hoping to get over the hump.
Yeah, and he probably deserves a raise too. If you look at what Adam Wainwright has done since the start of the 2020 season, when we didn't know what to expect from anybody because of the pandemic, he's top 5 in innings pitched, he's top 5 in complete games, he's top 5 in quality starts. His ERA is like 3.11. You add in the fact that now Jack Flaherty is a bit of a question mark. He is probably going to be shut down for the rest of the season after his latest shoulder setback. You don't know what exactly you're going to get out of Flaherty in 2022. You hope that he's fine and ready to go, and you probably don't expect to see him the rest of 2021. But that's a question mark now. We saw this past season how bad things can go for the Cardinals rotation when they rely on too many question marks. And Adam Wainwright is not a question mark at this point. As long as he's healthy, he's going to find a way to go out and compete. So I think that he's leaning toward coming back, but I think the news that Yadier Molina will be back is going to add more to that scale. Let's end with Flaherty. What should be expected? Do you think you'll see him back in 2021? I don't think I think we've probably seen the last of Jack for the year.
Yeah, I think two things. You got to look at all these guys the same way. Ryan Helsley, you've admitted he's not coming back. Jordan Hicks, take your time with him. Dakota Hudson, take your time with him. Jack Flaherty, take your time with him. These guys come back in the spring, work with Molina, work with Wainwright. And here's the other thing I do with Jack Flaherty. You know, now would not be a bad time to get him to a bridge contract, maybe buy a year of what could be his free agency, give him some confidence that the organization believes in him, give him some peace of mind as he deals with another injury. And, you know, you might be able to get that done given the circumstances, unfortunately, that Jack's faced here with these injuries. It might not be a bad investment.
Wouldn't you want to see how he pitches after this latest injury, though? Here's my other question. Wouldn't Jack want to know what the CBA is going to look like before he signs any sort of a deal? I think it's going to be hard to negotiate with these young players this offseason until there's a new CBA in place, because they're all kind of thinking, and probably rightfully so, that they're going to get paid earlier in this new CBA. So if you're a team and you got a young guy you want to lock down, now's the time.
Right.
But their agent's going to be saying, hold on a second, let's see how much money you're going to be guaranteed through the new CBA.
Then again, he's been hurt a lot.
Yeah, good point.
So that's why I wouldn't say it's a charitable move. It could be a bit of if you're going to take that gamble with Miles Michaelis, you might as well take it with Jack Flaherty. Yep. You're right. Jack's a smart guy. Doesn't need to make a move, but he needs to look after his future for sure. And to get back to the previous point, don't worry about 2021. Worry about 2022. That's pretty much the theme of the whole team.
Well, that was kind of the message we got from the Cardinals at the trade deadline, and that's actually the way it's played out. When you can't take care of business against the Pirates, it's hard to imagine the wild card is going to fall into your favor. However, they're not mathematically eliminated yet. We'll see if they can somehow catch lightning in a bottle. We'll have it covered at stltoday.com. For Jeff Gordon, I'm Ben Frederickson. We'll talk to you next week.